everybody, I'm Troy Sessions, CEO here at 60 Inch Club, and I want to go over locations, especially when we're talking about moose here in Alaska. And you're looking for corridors where the moose are traveling to for the rutting grounds, or they're traveling to a certain area to get up to their rutting grounds, and where you can pinch point these animals at and key in on when you're on your float where to pull off and camp for the night would be the perfect areas for you to hunt. So you want to camp in areas that geographically are very good and give you the highest potential for success, rather than traveling past that area throughout the day. You want to camp at those locations. So when you're strategizing about where to camp, where to hunt, camp at the best areas to hunt. That's some of the best advice I can give you, because you want to be able to wake up in the morning and with pristine quietness. You want to be able to let out that cow call for the first time, or thrash that brush, or rake those trees, or beat some branches against the trees, your antler, your moose magnet, whatever you have in your arsenal to really start off the series for that morning nice and pristine without any noise from camp, banging of pots and pans or anything. You get up, make a cup of coffee, and start that process, that first series. Make it light. You don't want to be the biggest bull in the woods on your first note, because you could scare something away that's maybe 50 to 100 yards, back in the bushes. And that's why you're camping there, because that's a really good spot. You've located it on Google Earth. Maybe you got good intel, that's a good spot. But camp at those key locations. So when you're looking at Google Earth, you're looking at the river, or you're looking at the lake, and you're looking for areas where red scrub brush is growing, because moose like to rut in dry ground, not in the marsh, not in the water necessarily, but on dry ground. They want to lay down, they want to rest up, and they want to do their fighting on dry ground. So red scrub brush is going to be a real big point. If you can see Google Earth during the fall, that's what you're keying in on, is red scrub brush. It's 99% true, and then there's probably about a 1% or 5% chance that you'll find them rutting in the timber, which is, they do that too. When there's a really large cow to bull ratio, you'll see them rutting in the timber a lot. And that's something to consider, because you got to get into the timber to get to them and see them, which is even tougher yet. So when you're on your float, you're looking for those things. When you're on Google Earth, imagine yourself on that float. Or when you're on the lake, where do you want to key in on that lake? So a little bit about me. I've been hunting in Alaska for 30 years. I'm an Alaska bush pilot. I got thousands of hours in the air. I'm kind of have a pretty good advantage over someone that doesn't live up here, that's not able to go out there and substantiate from the air what I see on Google Earth. But 30 years of hunting moose and all the animals up here has taught me a few things. And one of those is year after year, I see on Google Earth these really good hot spots. And then I go out and fly the areas, and I confirm that they're as good as I think they are. So I've developed these skills where I can see from above geographic locations that are probably going to harvest really good habitat for moose or caribou or bear, all that. And that's what you do. That's what the guides do. So kind of want to put the odds in your favor. And we also offer Google Earth training, which is also a link below. You can see what we do. I go over your exact hunt with you. We sit down together, we're on conference call, we got Google Earth pulled up, and I go over all this with you. We have those courses, and you can click on the links below and read more about it. So let's talk about a couple locations here. I found this one location. It's in the mountains. It's a corridor where moose come up the river, they come over the top, they spill over into the big bulls come over the top. And I found this area from 2,500 feet in the air. And this is why I've harvested a number of bulls that you're seeing behind me here and over here, and the bull that you're seeing behind me. I harvested these bulls, and I found this location by looking down from my plane and seeing a really nice geographical location, which ended up being a travel point to a destination, which is they're traveling through to get to the rutting grounds. I didn't know it then, but I found out later, and I have taken so many big bulls from this location, seen behind me, or right here, you can see them, that its proof was in the pudding. I found another area that is spectacular. We've also taken a lot of Boone and Crockett moose in this other location, and I was actually flying to a summer fishing hole, which was a lake, and then this river, which was like 280 miles away. And I looked down from about 3,000 feet, looked down, and again I saw the same geographic structures that I seen from the previous hunt, and I decided that I was going to try that area that fall, and ended up getting 3 giant big bulls, 2 70-inch bulls shown behind me, or shown on the screen in front of you, and a 63. This has happened time and time again. When it comes to the rut though, they almost always will be right back in within a mile. I've seen within 100 yards every single year, same rutting grounds year after year after year. Click subscribe, hit the bell, share if you want to, and definitely leave a comment so I can come out with another video next week. I'm trying to get another video out, training course out every single week for you guys. Happy hunting. I'm Troy Sessions. Be safe out there.